Gordon Ramsay spinning.
Now that's something you don't see every day.
Yo, Matema, why are you busy spinning around?
With Cell C, you can spin and win prizes.
Amatema. You must spin on the Cell C app.
Get your free spins day by day and win cars, holidays, generators, cash, and more.
So thank you so much for, sorry for dying, sorry for dying. Well, we humbly apologize for that. We had a load shedding, Kiki, that is hier om te bly. What can you do? What can we do? We can just, but, wat is sister se ding, aankap is maar is die myn ding. Aankap is die myn ding, So we humbly apologize for that. Thank you so much for everybody that has jumped in from the beginning again. Please leave a comment there, like and share, so that we can boost this thing as far as possible. So as I was saying, guys, the pause is very much important as we go along. I was busy playing you guys a song just before we went for the break, but nonetheless, it's time for Wokevational. It is time for Wokevational, so stay tuned for that.
The number one internet radio station.
I'm at work right now and I'm listening to it.
Number one for classic hits.
So yes, and so what we're gonna do, we have Wokevational for the newbies out there that does not know what the Wokevational segment is all about. It's basically like Monday motivation, but it's on a Wednesday. So this hump day is definitely gonna take you through to the downhill. It's downhill from here. It's Black Friday on Friday, so we definitely gonna have to be extra cautious this coming Friday. But nonetheless, Wokevational time, Wokevational quote for the day. Like I said, I don't know who it is. I don't know specifically. I think it's just an anonymous quote from someone. But they say, for you that cannot afford a holiday, let's say, change is as good as a holiday. Change is as good as a holiday. Okay, so we're talking about resetting, we're talking about pauses, we're talking about rebooting, we're talking about just taking time out, breathing, and just telling yourself that, you know what, I've been trying to break these iron bars with my bare hands, and it's time to reassess. It's time to sit back and relax, replan, regroup, tell myself, listen, you've tried this 100 times before and it doesn't work. So it's either it's not supposed to work, or there's something else here. Okay, there's something else here. I need to learn something. I'm not seeing something. It's almost like figuring out a puzzle. Okay, you are figuring out this puzzle. You're building, you're pulling, you're twisting, you're turning. You know that Rubik's Cube? The Rubik's Cube? You have to twist and turn and shuffle and twist and turn and shuffle, twist and turn and shuffle. And there's all these different colors on each side. And you have to kind of match it out. And every now and again, you have to pause and just look at the block. Going, okay, where am I? I'm stuck. I'm trying the same moves, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm trying the same moves, but it's not working. I'm trying the same steps, but it's not working. So somewhere I'm doing something wrong, okay? So now you have to pause, you have to reassess. Nou, die ene wat vir my hierdie advice gegee het, ek sal dit nooit ooit vergeet nie. Ek weet nie spesifiek wie dit was nie. But as you guys know, I always thrive on waar die ou mensies vir jou 'n bietjie advies gee, nee. Waar hulle vir jou advies gee. En hierdie groot persoon het vir my hierdie advies gegee waar hulle gesê het dat 'n verandering is so goed as 'n vakansie. That's why when you do your hair, it always comes up a bit where you feel better. No? It always comes up to a point where you actually feel a bit better. And it's just one of those crazy facts that when you do that change, when you're coloring your hair, when you're plucking your eyebrows, or you painting your toenails, or whatever the case might be, whatever changes, little changes you are making is definitely adding on to or contributing the fact that you feel refreshed. Okay, for me it's a bit different. I don't pause by sleeping. Even if I'm tired, I can't. You can't tell me to go sleep and rest. Sleep and rest. That is two different things. Sleep and rest is not the same thing, guys. You have to now completely. If you wanna cause me to rest or help me rest, you have to now, like I said, I thrive on experiences. So we have to go ahead and experience something completely new, or something that is adventurous, and through that it will motivate my rest. Okay, that is very refreshing to me, that we are experiencing something new, that we are experiencing something that is adventurous, or whatever the case might be. So 'n verandering is so goed as 'n vakansie. Vir ons wat nie 'n vakansie kan bekostig nie, verander. En gewoonlik, like I always say, a holiday is almost like aircon on a very hot day. Okay, vir julle wat karre het, aircon, of julle wat in kantore werk, for you guys that is working in offices with aircons. It's hot outside. You come from that heat into that cool air, and it's so refreshing. By the time you leave the office, that same heat, okay, that same heat feels 100 times worse than what it felt when you came in to the aircon. Now, sometimes a holiday feels like that. You leave, you breathe, and when you come back, things feel worse. Things aren't worse. Things aren't heavier, but for some reason you feel like it's 10 times worse. Like soos die oond wat 10 keer of 7 keer warmer gedraai is. And that is sometimes how you experience that. So the best way to absorb or to appreciate your process is to change, because that is the point of the process. Okay, so you are the clay on the potter's wheel, and he's shaping and he's shaping and he's pressing and he's breaking and he's cracking and he's wetting, and you're in this process. And at the end of the day, the way you submit to that process is to change. Okay, so the clay, once the clay stops wielded at the will of the potter's hands, uncomfortable, that is when it starts to break you. That is when you start feeling much more pressure than what you ought to, because you now at a point where you are choosing not to submit to the process, but you are now protesting the process. And that is where it becomes hard. So a lot of people that comes to me and say, Pastor, but it's hard to go through this. It's hard to do this. It's hard to you don't understand, but it's hard. Then one of the things that I do assess or try to find out, the fact that it's almost unbearable for you in this process. Aren't you trying to fight this process? Are you submitting to the process? And now the feeling that you have, it's just a general feeling of going through the process, the normal emotions that goes with going through a process? Or are you fighting the process, and therefore it's hurting a little more, it's breaking you a little worse? It takes a little bit more effort for the clay to be shaped, because you are testing, you are protesting the process. You are fighting the hands of the potter, and therefore it becomes a bit harder. And dit is nou vir al die stubborn mense daar buite, né? If you are as stubborn as me, I love change, okay? I'm not stubborn in that way, I'm stubborn in other ways, but if you are like me, and change doesn't come easily to you, okay, change for me is easy. I'm not stubborn in that way. But if you are a person that change is a bit hard for you, change gets absorbed by you very subtly. You're not a person that changes instantly. You are not a person that thrives when it comes to changing atmospheres, changing position, changing the ways of thinking, changing the way of talking, changing everything around you. If you don't thrive in the changing process, this processes that you go through more often than never is very hard. It's very hard on a person like that. And more often than never, it feels like you want to break. It feels like you want to bow out. You want to call it a day because it's too hard. I cannot handle what I am being put through. And then we get to a point where we ask God the question, why me? Why me? Why do I have to go through this? What have I done to deserve this? Why me? Why me? Why? And now the whole point of the why was to motivate you. Now the why is there to discourage you. This is a different why. Okay? This is a whole different ball game of why. Now the why that you have is not motivating you. It's actually discouraging you. It's pushing you deeper into depression and anxiety and loneliness and into a dark corner where you don't want to be. So why? So my solution, guys, you need to see yourself as that clay on the potter's wheel. Okay? You need to see yourself as the clay on the potter's wheel and submit to that process. Submit to that process. Don't protest the process. Go through the process. Bend when he wants you to bend. Lean when he wants you to lean. Shrug when he needs you to shrug. Talk when he needs you to talk. Open your arms when he needs you. He needs to shape you into what he knows you are. He's not shaping you into what you think you need to become. He's shaping you into what he knows you are.
Please do not turn off your radio, but turn up the volume on your receiver as high as it can go.
Thank you for listening.
The Kuna Beauty Bar is South Africa's first indigenous-inspired beauty salon and spa. BBEE Level 1 and indigenous descendants. All products are manufactured on-site and customized to our signature treatments. Indigenous healing, beauty.
It's time to spin your world with Cell C this summer. Get the new Huawei Nova 10 Pro on Pinnacle 2GB top-up for only 599 Rand per month for 36 months. Plus, get 10 gigs extra data. Call 084-145 or visit a Cell C store. Deal valid till 30 November while stocks last. T's and C's apply. Stand a chance to win cars, cash, holidays, generators, data, and more. Simply stay with Cell C for your chance to win. Cell C. Change your world.
It's been your plan from the start. You've always known my end from my beginning. It's my purpose to be an overcomer. You give me strength for every mountain. Whether I climb, I've overcome. I sing for what you've done for me, 'cause you give me the victory. No one could ever doubt your greatness or even match your wisdom and your power. But I just keep on winning. I'm not afraid to face my future, 'cause I know what you've done, and you make me overcome. I'm putting off worry and despair. I'm shouting in triumph with my fist in the air, 'cause the battle's already won, and I've overcome. I sing for what you've done for me, 'cause you give me the victory. Victory, victory, you give me the victory. Victory, victory, you give me the victory.
loading of worry and despair. I'm shy.